Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kristocentric News. We're coming to you live from Accra, Ghana, and my name is YEBOAH Edwin Takyi. In our headlines today, increased number of homeless people raises alarm to Christians to help more. Christian leader urges Nigerian citizens to exercise religious tolerance ahead of presidential election, and Christians worldwide celebrate landmark Supreme Court wins. In our local news, increased number of homeless people raises alarm to Christians to help more. Insufficient number of Christians lending a helping hand to assist people deprived of basic living needs in Ghana have shown a crack that needs to be fixed in the body. Ghana, as of 2021, has a population of over 32 million people, with over 100,000 homeless people living on the street on any given night. This, according to Future for Africa, is a sharp increase from 33,000 in 2011. It's hard to turn a blind eye to the sight of people sleeping under bridges and in front of stores in the early mornings and late at night. Research conducted by the Borgin Project shows that around 39% of those living in urban areas live in slums and are in danger of being homeless. These people lack most of the basic living needs required to have a full and progressive life. Individuals who find themselves on the street find it difficult to get back on their feet as they suffer from unemployment, health issues, difficulty accessing health care, discrimination, stigmatization, criminalization, and social exclusion. Most NGOs in Ghana opt for occasionally donating, which, although helps, leaves the victims with the struggle of fending for themselves on other days. This is due to the fact that the NGOs lack the funding they would require to conduct major projects, such as provision of homeless housing facilities or provide year-round provision of food, water, and clothing to victims of homelessness. Christianity was founded on Jesus Christ, whose main purpose on earth was to save the lost. In the process of winning others into the kingdom of heaven, he fed those who were hungry and humbled himself to heal those who could not afford to get healing. His message spread beyond speaking the gospel into showing others what the gospel truly is, and the gospel is love. As Christians, we are called to be saviors of the world, and not just to family, friends, or other Christians, but to everyone we meet, as we are expected to share the light of God. Christian leader urges Nigerian citizens to exercise religious tolerance ahead of presidential election. As Nigeria is preparing for its presidential election amid continuous violence, Reverend Stephen Baba Panya, president of the Evangelical Church Winning All (ECWA) denomination, has urged all Nigerians to exercise religious tolerance as the nation approaches its presidential election. Nigeria, which will head to the polls on February 2023, has been plagued with several killings and abductions of Christians by Muslim extremists, especially in the northern area of Nigeria. The ECWA has warned that ahead of the 2023 presidential election, a Christian ticket or a Muslim ticket is capable of plunging Nigeria into deep and irredeemable crisis if the religion or region of the candidate is given more importance than the constitutional values of religious tolerance. According to the church, given the pluralistic configuration of Nigeria, we have seen deliberate efforts since independence to preserve the peace and unity of the country by ensuring that the presidency is balanced in terms of religion and region. However, the electoral race seems to be headed for an all-out Muslim election, as the two main competitors to current President Buhari, Bola Tinubu, and former governor of Lagos, Atiku Abubakar, are Muslims. The Bible in Matthew chapter 5 verse 9 admonished Christians to be peacemakers, as it is only those who promote peace are to be called sons of God. In the infinite wisdom of God, Christians are urged to seek peace and love with all those around, not just other Christians or those who are easy to tolerate. The church, and his statement ended by praying for righteous, just, and humble leaders capable of serving their country selflessly. And together as Christians, the same is asked of us, to pray for current and future leaders to be selected and led by God, and for the peace of God which surpasses all understanding to prevail in all countries, and in this case, a religion-torn Nigeria. In international news, Christians worldwide celebrate landmark Supreme Court wins. Christians across the globe are jubilating over crucial historic victories in two religious-sensitive cases which were undergoing trial in the U.S. Supreme Court. The landmark Roe v. Wade 1973, which protected a pregnant woman's liberty to have an abortion, and the case between Mr. Kennedy and the Bremerton School District, where the latter was fired for praying on the school rugby field, were all in the U.S. Supreme Court awaiting final verdict. On the 24th of June, the Supreme Court, after weeks of deliberations, ruled to overturn Roe v. Wade 1973, making abortion illegal after the first trimester of pregnancy, except in cases where the pregnancy poses a threat to the life of the mother. This decision, however, was met with strong protests from pro-abortion activists. Several Christian groups, individuals, and pro-life groups, on the other hand, have begun celebrating this iconic victory. Justice Samuel Alito, who along with 4 other judges voted for Roe v. Wade to be overturned, wrote, "We hold that Roe and KC must be overruled. The Constitution makes no reference to abortion, and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision, including the one on which the defenders of Roe and KC now chiefly rely. It's a time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives." Another case which has brought such joy to the Christian community is that between Joseph Kennedy and Bremerton School District. Coach Kennedy filed a suit against the Bremerton School District in 2021 in the Supreme Court after he was fired in 2015 for praying on the school football field repeatedly. During the case, he became an icon to the Christian community propagating the freedom to pray movement. On Monday, 27 June, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Joseph Kennedy, stating that the coach had the right to pray on the school field immediately after games, and that preventing him from doing so was in violation of his religious freedom. After this famous win, Coach Kennedy said to CBN News that his faith in God through his family and through other Christians took him through these times. He associated his win to God working wonders in these days.
Shock at the beginning, where you're trying to process what does this all mean. My faith has grown so much, not just in in God and the closeness of that, but the faith through my family. We've become a lot tighter as a family as Christians, and also everybody in the nation. It's just great to see how God works in these ways, and I mean, it's simply incredible. I mean, he's a man.
Indeed, God is the man. And that's the end of the Kristocentric news. For more news and sanctified content, and to stream us live on air, log on to www.kristocentric.com, and don't forget to like and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kristocentric Station. My name is YEBOAH Edwin Takyi. Enjoy the rest of your day.
For 24/7 soul-edifying content, this is Kristocentric Station, playing at Kristocentric.com. Kristocentric Station, the Kingdom Promoter.